So today we're going to take a look at how we can solve problems like question number 14 using our graphing calculator. And this is either a refresher for you or maybe it's new information for you, but it's a way that we can help our students to, one, check their work when you're having them take this graph and find the equation of the line, or for those kids who aren't going to get that skill and we're a few weeks before the test, and here are the equations in slope-intercept form. Let's give them a skill, give them a way that they can answer questions like this and be successful on them, to potentially give them a few more items to be successful on the test and be able to pass. So what you do is you take one of your answer choices. In this case, I'm just going to use y equals 1/2 x plus 6. So we're already in y equals. You just press the y equals button there and it'll take you to the screen. And I'm going to go up here to Tools, Scripts, My View. I'm going to change my view options for just a second, and I'm going to want to see the graph. I'm going to click OK here. Okay, and so I'm going to y equals, and I'm going to say 1/2 x. Now you could ask your students to put that in parentheses to help them understand that's a multiplication, plus 6, and then I'm just going to press graph. And by doing that, I can see that line clearly does not match. And did I really need to know anything about slope and y-intercept at this point? No. But again, we're looking at a tool to help kids to check their work, and for those Johnnies and Susies who might not be successful any other way. Okay, so we're going to go back to y equals, and I'm going to clear that out. And this time, I'm going to go to answer choice G, y equals -2x plus 3. So we're going to type in the negative sign, and kids sometimes struggle with that negative sign. They'll do subtraction and they'll get an error message when they press graph. So 2x, and it says plus 3, and I'm going to press graph. And I can see, if I do a comparison, that that line is a little too steep and it doesn't perfectly match up. So I'm going to say, that's probably not the right answer. Okay, I'm going to go back to y equals, press clear, and then I'm going to type in 2x plus 6. Now, we're math people and we obviously know that it's the wrong slope, but if I'm a struggling student and I think this is my answer, and I'm going to check it and press graph, oh, my answer's not correct. Okay, it goes the wrong direction. Go back to y equals, I'm going to press clear. This time I'm going to model for you the parentheses. I'm going to press the negative sign, parentheses, 1/2 x. And you may want your students to put the parentheses around the 1/2 so that they get used to the idea that it's 1/2 times x, and then plus 3, and then press graph. Okay, and I would teach my kids to double check and make sure. On the screen over here on the right, it's up 1, 2, 3, the y-intercept's 3. 1, 2, 3. On my calculator, the y-intercept's 3. Let's check out the x-intercept. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's check out the graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That's the way that I can use my graphing calculator to help me to be able to solve problems like that or to check my work. Okay, let's take a look at one more type of question, and this one involves a table and equations. Now in this case though, the students will have to understand that C really equates to y on the calculator and M equates to the x on the calculator. You can have the students do the exact same thing. You can have them clear out y equals and type in the answer choices. They don't type in y equals because that's already displayed for us. And you can have them just type in exactly as they see. 0.10 x plus 30, and since I'm looking for a table, I'll go to second graph, and oops, my table is set kind of high there, so I can scroll down, okay, and I'm going to look at 5, and 5 is 30.5, $30.50, okay, and that matches there. But I always tell my students, you don't just check one point, you check them all, because the state is likely to trip them up by having the first value be correct and then some others not, okay? So $10 and $31 matches my table on my page, $10 and $31. 15 and $31.50, that matches. Looks like we may have a match here. I'm going to go, and just in case, check out 20, just for good practice. 20 and 32, and that matches. Therefore, answer choice F would be correct. But just for goodness, let's check out answer choice G. And I always had my kids check out all the answer choices just in case I typed in something incorrectly. Okay, so in this case, we'll read it as y equals 30x plus 0.10. So I'm going to say 30x plus 0.10. And again, second graph will give me the table. Okay, so if I look at 15, because my calculator's already on 15, I'm at 450.1, 450 and 1/10. So if I'm at 15, 450 and 1/10, I know that's not correct. So I can say that answer choice G is not correct. And then I would just have the kids go through and do the exact same thing with the other two answer choices. That's the way students can check their work. That's the way students who might not stand a chance on the state test could be able to answer a question like this successfully. I hope this video was helpful. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions.